In 72 hours, 2 angels will reveal a betrayal in your inner circle. Don't tell anyone what they found will shock you. Open now. The sacred clock has soared in. The celestial hourglass has been turned, and the sands of divine revelation are slipping swiftly through the hands of time. This is not coincidence. This is not ordinary. This is a countdown orchestrated by heaven itself. 72 hours from this moment, your eyes will see what your spirit has only felt. There has been movement in the heavenlies, divine stirring beneath the veil, and the Lord of hosts has dispatched 2 angelic messengers, not to comfort, not to cradle, but to uncover. These angels have been sent with a singular assignment, to expose a betrayal cloaked in closeness, a deception wrapped in familiarity. For too long, someone within your circle has worn the mask of loyalty while entertaining the spirit of sabotage. Your presence was a performance. They were rehearsed. Their intentions, polluted. And while you, in your mercy, overlooked it, heaven never did. Heaven saw it all. Heaven heard what was whispered when you weren't in the room. Heaven traced the bitterness behind the compliments, the poison behind the praise, the envy behind the eyes. In the next 3 days, the hidden shall be made visible. The concealed shall be dragged into the light. And the angels that have been released are not just watchers. They are warriors. They come not with soft songs, but with scrolls of revelation. Their wings carry fire. Their presence carries truth. And they come because heaven has made a decision. You must know. You must be shown. You must be separated from the deception that delays you. This message is not for the masses. This message is not for the spiritually deaf or the comfortably blind. This message is for the awakened, the chosen, the spiritually alert, the ones who have sensed the unease but lack the clarity to confront it. This is your confirmation. This is your activation. This is your divine warning. And you must not speak of what you sense too early. Do not share. Do not whisper. Do not consult. For what is being exposed in your circle is tied to a greater unlocking in your destiny. And premature conversation can disrupt divine strategy. Heaven moves in silence, and you must honor that silence with holy obedience. Even now, the atmosphere around you is shifting. A spiritual alignment is occurring, and obedience will determine revelation. The betrayal is not random. The betrayal is not punishment. The betrayal is prophetic. It is a sign to us that you are closer to your breakthrough than ever before. It is a divine clue that what you've been praying for is approaching, and the enemy is nervous. So he planted a voice close enough to corrupt you. But God, in His mercy, is now removing what He never approved. Prepare your spirit, strengthen your discernment, and stay alert. The angels are already near. Type "I am chosen" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 999 is now surrounding you. In the authority of the Most High, I, Archangel Michael, stand now before the veil of your understanding, summoning your attention not as a suggestion, but as a divine command. Hear this: in the next 72 hours, the spiritual realm will erupt with movement that will leave your natural senses stunned. Heaven has dispatched emissaries, not for comfort, not for soft revelation, but for divine deception. What you thought was stability will tremble. What you considered safe will be questioned. And what you could not see before will now confront you face to face. This is not imagination. This is not a message filtered through mere intuition. This is a heavenly alert, sacred, specific, and severe. You have been too close to the faces around you, too familiar with their presence, too gracious with their intentions, and in that closeness, your clarity has been clouded. But heaven, oh yes, heaven, has seen what you could not. Heaven watched what you overlooked. Heaven listened while your heart slept. And now, the call has been made. 2 angels have been released to uncover what has remained hidden. They are already near. Assigned. Anointed. Armed. They do not come with lullabies. They come with scrolls sealed with divine ink. They carry the names of those who have spoken in double tongues. They bear records of secret meetings, hushed words, and forged alliances. They were not sent to bring peace. They were sent to bring truth. This is not the season for comfort. This is the hour for clarity. You, chosen one, are walking into divine disruption. But take heed, not everyone is ready for this message. Not everyone can carry what you are about to receive. This message is not for the faint-hearted. This message is not for the casually curious. This message is only for the awakened. For the one who has felt the unease, who has sensed the storm before the clouds formed. This is for the one whose spirit has been tugging in prayer without knowing why. This is for you, the anointed one marked for revelation. And I tell you, in heaven's name, do not speak what you see prematurely. Do not share what is revealed in whispers. Keep your mouth as a vault, for what is about to be shown to you is a strategy of heaven that must not be intercepted by the enemy's ears. This moment requires stillness. It requires silence. It requires sacred secrecy. The angels are watching. The heavens are shifting. And the betrayal is about to be unveiled. As you read this, the countdown continues. Time is not your enemy, but your ally. For in exactly 72 hours, the whisper will become a scream. What was hidden in the shadow of friendship will be lit by the fire of truth. Someone close is about to be exposed, not by your hand, but by divine intervention. Hold your peace. Stand your ground. Be unmoved by the faces. Be untouched by the flattery. Be unmoved by their smiles, for not every smile is innocent. Some are weapons in disguise. Some are daggers hiding in dimples. And heaven has decided that your next chapter requires a cleansing of your circle. You are not alone. The angelic are surrounding you. The heavens are not silent. God is not indifferent. And I, Michael, commander of angelic hosts, speak now to declare, stay alert, stay silent, stay submitted. The Holy Asmud. Type I am anointed in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1516 is now activated. There is one among you whose smile has grown too still, too sharp, too rehearsed. Their laughter echoes louder than their love. Their presence lingers longer than their loyalty. You've seen them, but not truly. You've heard them, but not clearly. You've walked with them, but now you will see their shadow. For heaven has pulled back the veil, and the mystery you felt in your gut is about to take form. Yes, you have felt it. That chill when their name is spoken. That hesitation in your spirit when their hand touches yours. That confusion in your heart when your victories are met with silence. You brush it aside. You excuse their patterns. You blame your own sensitivity. But I say this to you now. It wasn't just emotion. It was spiritual interception. You were being warned. There's someone near, perhaps even trusted, who have been operating in duplicity. They smile when you're low but shrink when you rise. They offer support in public, yet monitor you in secret. They've spoken in your name when you were absent, twisting your truth into tales. Gossip has become their gospel, and manipulation their method. You sensed it, but now heaven confirms it. Betrayal has made its bed beside you. This betrayal was not random. It was summoned by jealousy, stirred by spiritual resistance, and allowed for divine awakening. You have been the topic of conversations cloaked in concern but rooted in control. While you prayed for connection, they plotted corrosion. They wanted access, not alignment. They desired your light but hated its brilliance. And hear this, the angels were not dispatched without cause. They came because heaven heard what your ears couldn't. They came because your name was uttered in dark places. They came because the divine council agreed, the time for exposure has come. You were too close. You were too trusting. But heaven is not. Your tears spoke louder than their deception. Your prayers outlasted their plots. And now, two angels walk beside you, not to soothe, but to reveal. They carry clarity. They carry confrontation. They carry divine disruption. You will not need to accuse. You will not need to fight. You will simply need to watch as masks fall and truth screams from what was once silent. Be unsettled, yes, but do not be shaken. What feels like the breaking of a bond is the breaking of a curse. What feels like emotional loss is actually spiritual liberation. You are not losing a friend. You are being freed from a foe. And when the exposure comes, do not shout. Do not vent. Do not retaliate. Heaven has heard what you didn't. Heaven is revealing what you couldn't. Heaven is rescuing what was almost ruined. You are not crazy. You are not paranoid. You are prophetic. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider giving a super thanks with contributions of up to $20. Your kindness helps us bring more powerful content your way. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, you can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type "I am protected" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 7744 is now in motion. This betrayal is not your punishment. It is your proof. This shaking is not your shame. It is your sign. Hear me now, beloved one. The enemy does not waste his energy on the unthreatening. He does not infiltrate the ordinary. He does not target the passive. The storm in your circle, the whisper in the shadows, the serpent in your sanctuary, all of it confirms one thing: you are chosen. And chosen ones attract warfare. Spiritual warfare does not always wear horn. It does not always roar. Sometimes it smiles. Sometimes it sits across from you at dinner. Sometimes it prays with you, all while secretly preying on you. Betrayal in this hour has come dressed in relationship, disguised as connection, veiled as covenant. But heaven sees through every mask, every scheme, every counterfeit alignment. And what heaven has now allowed to surface is not to break you, but to birth you. Yes, this is warfare. But it is not just about the person. It is about your purpose. The enemy's tactics have always been proximity-based. He infiltrates what he cannot destroy from a distance. So he sends confusion into circles, whispers into friendships, venom into voices. And when your elevation begins, so does his sabotage. Not because you are weak, but because your anointing is heavy. Because your future is loud. Because your destiny is disruptive. Do not grieve the betrayal as if it is defeat. Heaven permitted this shaking not to ruin you, but to reveal who could not carry the weight of your next season. You are ascending. You are awakening. You are advancing. And not everyone who hath been walking with you has been worthy to stay. Some were planted. Some were permitted. But none were permanent. You are under attack not because you are broken, but because you are burdened with glory. You carry a mantle that disrupts darkness. You carry a calling that disturbs the enemy's plots. And the betrayal, though painful, is prophetic. He is a divine filter, a sacred separation, a holy line drawn by God Himself to ensure your elevation is clean, your next steps untainted, your influence protected. Let your heart grieve what your spirit is releasing, but do not let it linger. Do not stay too long in sorrow, for what feels like rejection is actually redirection. What feels like isolation is actually insulation. Heaven is guarding your greatness. Heaven is eliminating distractions. Heaven is tightening your circle because your next season requires precision, not popularity. You prayed for clarity, and this is the answer. You prayed for alignment, and this is how it begins. You asked for breakthrough, and this betrayal is the blade that cuts the ties you were too loyal to sever yourself. This is divine surgery. This is holy warfare, and it is working for your good. Understand this, spiritual warfare is not just about attack, it is about access. The enemy has been using someone close as a corridor. He's been monitoring, mimicking, manipulating. But the access is now denied. Heaven has intercepted. The angels have surrounded. The exposure has begun. And you must trust the divine training of this conflict. This is not personal. This is prophetic. You were not betrayed because you failed. You were betrayed because you were favored. And those who carry fire often walk alone until the mission is complete. Stand tall. Do not shrink. Do not retaliate. Do not return fire with fire. Let the angels handle what your heart cannot. Let heaven fight for you. The exposure is not the end. It is the evidence. Type "I am victorious" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3456 is now breaking every spiritual attack assigned to your name. The time has come. The clock has thinned, and the veil is lifting. In 72 hours, exposure will not just begin. It will erupt. What had been hidden in politeness will slip through loose lips. What had been buried under pleasantries will now surface through unguarded speech. You will not need to search for it. It will come looking for you. Someone close is preparing to make a move. Whether by word, by gesture, by alliance, they are on the verge of revealing themselves. But take this to heart. You must not interfere. Do not intercept the moment. Do not confront prematurely. Do not warn what heaven has already marked. There is a divine sequence unfolding, and your silence is part of it. They will slip. They will speak. They will expose themselves. Heaven has scheduled their downfall, not for your vengeance, but for your vindication. They will say too much in the wrong room. They will name drop in places they shouldn't. Their tone will shift. Their posture will crack. And the angels assigned to you will ensure their masks fall off at the appointed time. What you could not prove, heaven will now parade. Do not fear their planning. Do not dread the confrontation. What they meant to use against you is already being turned for your favor. Your alliance is weak. Your gossip is stale. And their manipulation is unraveling by the second. The two angels sent are not spectators. They are enforcers. They are watching every conversation, every subtle gesture, every hidden agenda. Nothing escapes the sight of the divine. You must now enter spiritual stillness. Say less. Move slower. Observe more. Your silence in this hour is not weakness. It is warfare. Your quiet is a strategy. Your stillness is a sword. Every word you hold back becomes a shield in the spirit. Every confrontation you avoid gives the angels room to work. Heaven is handling what you cannot. The pressure is not on you to reveal the truth. The pressure is on them, and it is already cracking their composure. You are not being passive. You are being precise. Every delay is divine. Every silence is sacred. And the heavens are not just watching. They are working. The next 72 hours are critical. Stay planted. Stay protected. Speak only when instructed. Move only when led. For the trap they set for you will soon snap shut, round their own feet. The tables are turning. The light is rising. The reveal is coming. And when it comes, it will not be gentle. It will not be vague. It will be undeniable. Type "I am covered" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 8888 is now encircling your atmosphere. Be still. Speak less. Watch more. These are not mere suggestions. They are spiritual instructions from the throne. The angels have been dispatched. The exposure is near. But the way you respond now will determine the shape of your elevation. You must understand that heaven's strategy is not always noise. Sometimes, heaven's most powerful move is silence. The same silence that confuses the enemy, dismantles plots, and invites divine intervention. Withdraw to protect your revelation. Withhold your opinions. Seal your lips. For the more still you remain, the louder heaven speaks. This battle will not be won through confrontation. It will not be won through argument. It will be won through obedience. Silence is not inactivity. It is spiritual warfare in its highest form. When you say nothing, the enemy cannot map your position. When you reveal nothing, the enemy cannot redirect the attack. When you withdraw, you remove the fuel that feeds their fire. Let them talk. Let them twist. Let them strategize. But know this: no weapon formed against you shall prosper, and no whisper formed against your name shall stick. You are not naked in this season. You are cloaked in divine armor. You are not abandoned. You are protected by celestial forces that operate beyond your line of sight. The angels are not beside you to merely observe. They are covering your blind spots, deflecting darts, and choking out the seeds of sabotage before they can sprout. Even now, the Spirit is stirring within you. You feel the urge to speak, to set the record straight, to let them know what you've discerned. But I, Michael, say this to you with urgency: hold your tongue. Trust heaven's pace. The moment you step out of spiritual rhythm and into emotional reaction, you create space for interference. And the interference delays the unveiling. Write what you must in your journal. Cry what you must in prayer. But to others, be a vault. Let your thoughts settle in the secret place. Anoint your doorposts. Cleanse your atmosphere. Speak declarations in private that dismantle darkness in public. Say aloud in your solitude: I am covered. I am shielded. I am not confused. I am chosen. Do not chase rumors. Do not confront shadows. Do not try to fix what heaven is about to finish. The angels are mapping their every move. The deceiver who sits close to your light is about to be ejected by divine force. But if you interfere, you prolong the war. Be silent. Be sacred. Be still. There is holy confusion being stirred in your adversary's camp. Your stillness terrifies them. Your refusal to engage makes them restless. Every day you say nothing, they grow more agitated. Every time you choose peace over performance, heaven sharpens its blade. The angels thrive in your silence. The enemy crumbles in your stillness. Declare it now over yourself: no weapon, no whisper, no watcher shall prevail. Say it aloud. Carve it into your atmosphere. Let your stillness be thunderous in the spirit. You are not defenseless. You are not exposed. You are not vulnerable. You are covered by the unshakable force of divine alignment. And I, Archangel Michael, will not allow harm to overtake what God has marked for glory. This is the calm before the divine correction. This is the quiet before the justice storm. This is the silence that sings of your survival. Hold your position. Trust the timing. Let the angels finish what was started in heaven's council. Type "I am still" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 6677 is now your wall of protection. They thought they had you contained. They thought the whispers would weaken you. They thought their alliance would unseat you. But what they failed to realize is this: you are not the same as last season. You are not the version they remember. You are not bound by who you were. You have risen in silence. You have transformed in warfare. And now, you wear a crown forged in fire. Listen well, for I speak now as one who has seen your evolution in the spirit. They underestimated the resilience within you. They mistook your silence for surrender. But you were not hiding. You were healing. You were not drinking. You were sharpening. You were not broken. You were being built. And what is emerging from this betrayal is not a victim, but a victor cloaked in supernatural poise. You walk with angels, not agendas. You carry presence, not performance. You have been through too much, seen too much, endured too much to fold now. This betrayal was not your undoing. It was your unveiling. Like a phoenix rising from ashes, you have found your wings. Hidden they were, but powerful. Tucked beneath the surface, they now stretch across the heavens. Your betrayers saw the surface, but heaven saw the seed. And that seed has been watered by tears, cultivated in darkness, and is now bursting forth in light. They thought they had you cornered, but God had you covered. They thought their silence would crush you, but God used it to crown you. You carry a fire now, not one of rage but of revelation. You have seen what few can see. You've tasted the weight of warfare and still stood. You've walked through betrayal and chosen not to become bitter. That is strength. That is elevation. That is royalty. Understand this deeply. Elevation does not require an audience. Transformation does not require applause. And vindication does not require your voice. Heaven is your advocate. The angels are your witnesses. Your life is about to echo with divine evidence. The ones who once doubted you will have no choice but to watch you rise. Not because you fought them, but because God favored you. You are stepping into rooms they tried to keep you out of. You are receiving favor they said you didn't deserve. You are ascending to platforms they couldn't imagine for you. Not by might, not by manipulation, but by divine momentum. This betrayal has been your divine X-ray. It revealed fractures you needed to see before the next level. Now you know who you are. Now you walk differently. Now your name carries weight in the spirit. Now your presence shifts atmospheres. This is the power of prophetic resilience. You are not what they said. You are not what they hoped. You are what heaven declared. You are what fire didn't destroy. You are what betrayal couldn't bury. And I, Michael, affirm this truth. Your rise is non-negotiable. Your glow-up is unstoppable. Your calling is irreversible. If this message resonates with you and you feel moved to support, consider sending a super chat or a super sticker. Even a gift of $10 helps us keep sharing these divine truths with you. Also, if you'd like to support what we do, You can make a difference by donating through the support here link in the description of this video. Every contribution helps us keep creating and sharing more with you. Type "I am rising" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 1122 is now crowning your purpose. This was never about the betrayal itself. This was always about the unlocking. This was not merely exposure. It was elevation. The deception was permitted, not because God was silent, but because He was orchestrating a greater revelation that could only be activated through this moment of unveiling. You were not abandoned. You were being aligned. I speak now, as one who stands in the courts of heaven, to declare the deeper truth. The betrayal was not random. It was sanctioned. It was woven into the scroll of your becoming. And the two angels sent were not on a rescue mission. They were on a revelation mandate. They were not dispatched to make you feel safe. They were dispatched to make you see. You had to see. You had to discern. You had to know what was lurking behind the loyalty you assumed was pure. And now you do. And now, clarity pierces through confusion. Now, the fog has lifted, and though your heart may ache, your spirit rejoices, for what has been uncovered is not the end of your trust, but the beginning of your transformation. The betrayal was not designed to destroy your spirit. It was designed to ignite your discernment. Do you not see it? Heaven had to show you the double-faced associations because where you're going, deception cannot dwell. The mantle you carry is too costly. The anointing you walk in is too rare. The impact you are destined to leave is too powerful to be delayed by the wrong attachments. This betrayal was the X-ray that showed heaven the infection. And now, the divine surgery is complete. This is your unlocking. This is the moment your eyes open to your new realm. You are stepping into spiritual territory that had been sealed to you until you saw what needed to be seen. God allowed the deception so He could activate your vision. He allowed the silence so He could develop your hearing. He allowed the sting so He could prepare your voice. You are no longer the person who overlooked red flags out of mercy. You are no longer the soul who confused spiritual warfare with emotional chaos. You are rising now with a sharper edge, a stronger sense, a clearer path. You've graduated from needing their presence to depending solely on His. The betrayal was a divine lens, and through it, you saw the truth of who stands with you and who simply stood near you. Now you know. And now, you are unstoppable. Do not despise what you had to go through. Do not curse the moment of heartbreak. Do not regret the silence of your former friend. Every moment was heaven's movement. Every tear was holy currency. Every ache was a chisel in the hand of the Master, shaping you into the vessel required for the next glory. Heaven has scheduled a promotion behind this pain. The angels were not just revealing lies. They were announcing legacy. Your name hath been elevated in the Spirit. Your destiny is now unfolding without the obstruction of those who were never meant to last this long in your story. The scenery is shifting. The air is clear. The light is breaking through. You are chosen. You are called. And you are being confirmed by the very storm that tried to undo you. Type "I am unlocked" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2299 is now unlocking your next level. Rise now. Speak now. Move now. For what has been hidden is revealed, and what has been silent must now declare. This is the moment. This is the turning. This is the activation. You are no longer in waiting, you are in walking. You are no longer in wondering, you are in warring. Heaven's next move depends on your bold yes. Declare it now. I rise. I reign. I remember who I am. This is your voice returning after the silence. This is your authority standing after the exposure. This is your mantle settling on your shoulders, not just as a calling, but as a commission. You are not a victim of betrayal. You are a vessel of purpose. And now, the time has come to activate every gift, every word, every assignment that was paused in the pain. Do not hesitate. Obedience is no longer optional. It is urgent. Heaven has aligned this moment, and the angels that revealed the traitor are now circling to reinforce the assignment. What you speak now will echo in eternity. What you declare now will bind what must be bound and loose what must be released. You are no longer in a test. You are in a takeover. Write the vision. Make it plain. Speak it aloud. Announce it in the secret place. Heaven listens when the chosen open their mouths with conviction. Your words are not weak. They are weapons. Every syllable is a seed. Every declaration is a decree. And the Spirit waits for you to say what fear once silenced. Anoint your doors. Walk your home with authority. Set aside time for sacred consecration. This is not routine. This is realm shifting. Declare your land holy. Call your mind whole. Sanctify your schedule. Heaven is watching your faith in motion. And as you move, the angels move with you. Do not underestimate what happens when a chosen one obeys. Mountains shift. Doors open. Chains break. Shadows scatter. Because you said yes. Because you did not retreat. Because you refused to let betrayal make you mute. You are not passive in this. You are prophetic. Your discernment is now awakened. Your sight is now sharp. Your discernment is no longer a gift. It's a weapon. And you will wield it with wisdom. You will not doubt what you feel. You will not ignore what you see. And you will not apologize for the calling that kept you covered. Declare now, I align. I activate. I ascend. This is your moment to step forward, not in revenge, but in reverence. Not in pride, but in prophetic precision. Heaven is waiting for your boldness. And as you obey, the rest will unfold. Your tribe will find you. Your next assignment will meet you. Your spiritual gates will open. This is not just recovery. This is destiny in full motion. And I, Michael, charge you now. Go forth not with fear, but with fire. Go forth not to prove, but to prophecy. Let your footsteps be thunder. Let your voice be lightning. Let your presence command the room. For heaven has cleared the path, and the angels march with you. Type I am activated in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 4411 is now triggering destiny movements around you. There are moments in the natural realm that feel still, quiet, even lifeless. But oh, in the spirit realm, movement never ceases. And while you wept, while you wondered, while your emotions fought to make sense of what just happened, heaven was negotiating. The angels did not rest. The throne did not sit idle. The Spirit did not forget. Behind the veil, an exchange was taking place. One so holy, so precise, so significant, that even your deepest prayers couldn't capture it. But your tears did. I, Archangel Michael, reveal to you now. Your anguish signed contracts in the courts of heaven. Your cries activated scrolls of remembrance. While you felt forsaken, God was recording. Every ache, every gasp, every moment of silence when you wanted to scream. Those moments weren't wasted. They were sacred negotiations. Your pain did not pass unnoticed. It was a signature, A stab. A plea that pierced the heavens and demanded movement. Two angels, the same one sent to reveal betrayal, were also present in this divine transaction. They hovered. They testified. They brought evidence before the council of the Most High. They laid before the throne the dishonor you endured, the manipulation you faced, the betrayal that bled into your daily life. And heaven responded with a decree, not one of pity, but of power. You were not broken in vain. You were not kept in silence without reward. In that silent realm, scrolls were opened, books were updated, seals were broken. The divine archive recorded your endurance, and the Spirit of the Lord whispered, "It is time." This exchange is why you have felt uneasy. This is why sleep evaded you. This is why your appetite changed. Your spirit knew what your mind had yet to grasp, that heaven was writing a new chapter on your behalf. The restlessness wasn't random. It was the echo of divine movement. Your soul felt the papers shuffling in glory. Your heart felt the tremble of heaven's response. And though you didn't know what was coming, your spirit did. It's been preparing you for the aftermath of this sacred exchange. The angels are reclaiming what was stolen, not by confrontation, but by spiritual authority. They are tearing contracts forged in manipulation. They are erasing agreements signed in deception. They are revoking permissions granted through flattery. And they are returning to you what was lost, multiplied, purified, sanctified. You didn't lose in this betrayal. You were repositioned. The ones who thought they silenced you only sent you into a season of divine negotiation. You thought you were being dismissed, but heaven was upgrading your rank. You thought you were being excluded, but heaven was signing your expansion. Understand this now. Nothing you endured went unrecorded. Nothing you lost will remain unrecovered. There was a sacred silence, not because heaven was inactive, but because heaven was intensely focused. Every tear that hit your pillow was a line in the contract. Every prayer that felt unanswered was a seal on the verdict. And now, the verdict is sealed. The exchange is done. The scrolls have been written. The decision has been made. You will walk into rooms you didn't campaign for. You will receive favor you didn't negotiate for. You will be called forward into roles, blessings, and breakthroughs you never had to chase. Because heaven did the talking. Because the angels did the fighting. Because the Spirit made the final ruling. Now walk with your head high. Now stand with authority. You are not stepping out of pain. You are stepping out of prophecy. The realm has shifted. The angels are released. And the divine transaction is complete. Type "I am shifting" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 3311 has sealed your spiritual contract in heaven's courts. Hear this. Justice is not delayed. Justice is not forgotten. Justice is not quiet. It is calculated. And now, it is arriving. The betrayal you suffered was not just seen. It was measured. The pain you endured was not just felt. It was documented. And now, the balance is being restored. The divine scales are shifting, and spiritual justice is being handed down, not with human timing, but with divine finality. What they planned for harm will return as honor. What they used to mock will become your miracle. What they spoke in secret will now be silenced by the spotlight of favor. This is the reversal. This is the moment the seeds of sorrow produce the harvest of glory. Let me tell you what you didn't see. Every whisper in the dark was reflected back into the heavens like smoke seeking its fire. Every plan to sabotage your peace was mapped, measured, and now mirrored. This is a season of divine reflection, where every betrayal reflects back to the sender. not as vengeance, but as justice. Do not think heaven forgot. Oh, heaven accorded. The angels who stood watch over your broken heart are now releasing divine correction. This correction will not require your retaliation. It will not need your words. It will not ask for your assistance. All heaven requires is your obedience and your silence. This is the year of divine reversal. Honor will return. Doors once shut will burst open. Positions lost will be restored, not just returned, but re-established with increase. The one who conspired against you will witness your consecration. The one who lied about you will live to see your lifting. The reversal is real, and it is righteous. The angels will not leave until the balance is complete, until every lie is stripped of its venom, until every weapon misfired, until every demonic alliance is dismantled. They are not leaving until your name is restored, your mind is healed, and your path is cleared. I, Michael, assure you, your justice has been decreed. Your vindication is not pending, it is in progress. And as you continue to walk in humility and holiness, the reversal will intensify. Every delay you suffered, every season you waited, every night you cried, it is now returning as double. The voices that once spoke against you will go silent, not by your hand but by heaven's. And those who tried to bury your identity will have to bow before your purpose. This is not just breakthrough, this is spiritual recompense. And it's written in fire. Do not be bitter. Be bold. Do not seek revenge. Seek righteousness. The one who called you is faithful. He will not let injustice go unchecked. He will not allow sabotage to stand. And the two angels will remain until justice is complete. The scales are balanced. The verdict is rendered. The reversal is irreversible. Type I receive justice in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 9900 has initiated your divine recompense. 2 angels. 3 days. 1 truth. This is not a metaphor. This is not a mystery. This is divine reality. What you've just received was not imagination. It was impartation. A holy briefing from heaven's throne. A sacred download from the mouth of the Most High, carried to you on the wings of his appointed messengers. This was not chance. It was a charge. This was not simply encouragement. It was divine alignment. Let it settle in your spirit. You are chosen, covered, and called. This betrayal was not a detour. It was a divine directive. This exposure was not your breaking. It was your becoming. You are no longer in hiding. You are no longer wondering. You are no longer bound by fear, confusion, or false companionships. You now walk with clarity. You now carry confirmation. You now reign with spiritual confidence. Your name has been protected. Your destiny has been purified. Your path has been anointed. No tongue will prevail. No weapon will succeed. No watcher will intercept what heaven has now activated. You are walking forward, not wounded, but weaponized. Not defeated, but divinely endorsed. And now hear me, beloved. Do not shrink. Do not explain. Do not over-explain. You owe no one access to what heaven is still unfolding. The angels will handle the noise. Your job is to move in obedience. Let their confusion grow. Let their whispers collapse. Let your silence thunder across dimensions, for when you speak again, it will be with the voice of one who hath been refined by the fire of revelation. May your eyes remain sharp. May your heart remain still. May your atmosphere remain guarded. For the same God who exposed the deceivers will now expand your territory. The same angels who revealed the lies will now surround your rise. The same Spirit who sustained you in sorrow is now anointing you for influence. You are sealed, seen, and sent. Walk now as the authority you were born to become. Speak with the thunder of heaven in your chest. Move with the clarity of angels at your back. You are not who you were. You are who heaven declared. This betrayal was your portal. This moment was your marking. This countdown was your coronation. Go for it. Type "I am sealed" in the comments if you receive this message. Blessing code 2025 is now completing the divine cycle over your life.